Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Shan, and if you're returning, then welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I think this is the first Flosstube I've done in the evening time, so we have the fire lit. Yes, it's a real fire. It is a real fire. I actually love that app that you can get on fires. I just think it just makes it look so cozy. I remember we went to a house when we were buying houses and they had that up, and I was just like, I love that. That's so clever. So yeah, this is the first Flosstube I've done in the evening. So I hope the setting, the lighting is okay. I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who left such amazing comments on my last few Flosstubes, especially the comments for my mum's project bags and my nan's piece. So honestly, thank you so much for the lovely comments. I really appreciate the lovely things that you said, and I shared the comments, and yeah, it was really nice to read such lovely comments, so thank you so much. I also want to do a welcome to all my new subscribers. I've had quite a few new subscribers join the Craftivating creation family, so welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, and I hope that you enjoy my cross-stitching journey and enjoy the videos. So before I get into my stitching, I just wanted to do a couple of shout outs, and I wanted to do a shout out for Darcy Cameron, and he actually beat me to it. You beat me to it, Darcy. And he actually gave me a shout out on his last video. Thank you so much for the lovely comments you made. Honestly, I really appreciated it. But yeah, I really wanted to do a shout out to you as well, Darcy. If anybody is not or doesn't know who Darcy Cameron is, you definitely need to go and check him out. He's fairly new to Flosstube and he is hilarious. He literally makes me laugh out loud. Yeah, he's just so much fun, brings so much fun and laughter to his videos, but he also has such amazing projects as well. I really enjoyed one of his videos that he did where he shared how his journey kind of started, and we kind of were at a museum of Darcy's cross-stitching at his mum's house. Really enjoyed that video. I definitely check that video out and check Darcy out. The second shout I want to do is for my friend Evelyn, who has decided to create her own Flosstube video. Her YouTube channel is called Evelyn Across the Pond. I will put it along the screen here. And she has done an amazing first Flosstube. She is such a natural when talking to the camera, and I feel like once you've watched her first Flosstube, you really feel like you get to know a lot about her and her stitching. She has some amazing projects, so definitely go and check her out. So they were the shout outs I wanted to do before I got into my cross stitching. So we are starting the year, well, we started the year with 4 WIPs, and I do actually have a little planner in front of me. We started it with 4 WIPs, and there was one WIP that I've decided not to bring forward, and that is the Peppermint Purple Sal 2020 that I started late in August. I've decided that I just don't think I'm going to stitch it anymore. I think it's one of them things where, especially with it being a 12-month stitch along, I feel like joining 8 months in for me is not really a good idea. Maybe for other people, but I really like stitch alongs and being part of it. I feel like that is something that I've learned with the Caterpillar cross stitch trees that I was part of. So I'm just putting it to a side at the moment. I've not included it in my WIPs tracker, but if I decide to you know, start it again, then at least it's there. So I'm not binning it or saying I'm never going to do it again, because I do love the love the black work. I just think it's so unique and so different to cross stitching. But for now, I'm not including it. So this is my planner. I'll quickly go over it later on in my haul. But so we did have 4 WIPs, and then we entered 2021, and I now have 6 WIPs, and because there's a little finish on there which we'll go into soon. So the plan really this year is to finish my 2020 pieces, excluding my winter Snowfall, because I don't think I'm going to finish that, because I think it's going to be one of them which I just cross stitch on winter time, Christmas time, and it's quite a big piece. So I don't think I'm going to finish that one this year, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I've said before, I'm such a free-spirited stitcher. My sister will like that one. So yeah, I'm not entering challenges or anything like that at the moment anyway. So I don't feel I've got enough WIPs to go on to take part in the WIP Go or anything. So the goal really is just to finish the 2020 WIPs if I can, but I don't think I'll finish my winter Snowfall. Talking of finishes, I do actually have 2 finishes to share with you. So I think I'm going to start with them first. Now, I haven't ironed anything. Today I said to my husband, Brett, I'm going to just film tonight. And I just turned on the camera and I just started filming. The first one is by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and it is the Hello Dear. Yep, and here it is. It's finally finished. So I had a goal, same as Mary Ashcraft, and that I wanted to get it finished in 2020, and I actually finished this on Boxing Day. So I didn't do any new starts for Christmas because I just knew I needed to get this finished. And here it is. So I'll just do a little close-up. And you'll see, if you're familiar with this pattern, that the presents are different. And the reason for that is because when I first saw part 5, which was here, so this was if you're not familiar with this project, it was a SAL. It's my first real SAL, and it came out in 5 parts, and this section here was part 5. And when I saw the pattern, and I'll put a picture up here so you can see, I thought, wow, they look very similar to the American flag. It reminded me of America, and I thought, wow, that is so cool, especially if you're American. I thought that is really cool. And it kind of got me thinking, I wonder if I could make them similar to my home flag, which is the Welsh flag. And if you don't know what that looks like, I'll insert a picture here. If you're new to the channel, I recently returned back to Wales. I lived in England for 7 years with work. And me and my husband, we moved back to Wales. And so I'm back in Wales now. And we live in a little Welsh village. It's lovely. We're really, really happy here. And so I thought I'd love to make it more close to home to me. I absolutely loved the pattern, but I just thought it'd be really nice to bring a bit of me to it. And so I changed the colours. Now, I did get inspo by somebody on Facebook who changed the heart to green. And I really liked the green colour. And so I decided to change this present here. So that originally was blue and white. I changed it to green and red because the colours are green, red and white. And yeah, I really liked how it turned out. So I don't think I'm going to frame this until I've finished everything else. Because there are going to be 3 other trees. So I want to I want to frame them all together really, because I think I'm going to switch them out seasonally. So I think it'd be nice to frame them all the same in a nice frame. So this one's now finished. I have Hello Pumpkin, which I'll show you shortly. And yes, it's finished. So that is my first finish. Then the next one is actually a new start, haul and a finish, because I bought it in January when I saw it and fell in love with it, and I finished it. It was such a quick stitch, and here it is. So this is by Cottage Needleworks, and it's on a 32 count Belfast Platinum. I think it's Swigart from Lakeside Needlecrafts, and here it is. It's called Lovely Home, and it was my first project using Classic Colourworks, and I love Classic Colourworks. I am sold. I entered into the world and I'm not coming out. I just think they are amazing. When I was stitching with them, I was looking for the variation in the colour, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it on camera because of the lighting, but if you can see up here at the top, the changes in the colours. So if you've never worked with Classic Colourworks, then this is kind of the effect that it gives. And yeah, you can even see it here. And I just love them, absolutely love them. I used all of the called for colours. I think there was only 5. I don't think I've got the pattern here with me, but yeah, I think there was only 5. And I bought this from the Patchwork Rabbit here in the UK. So I think it only took me, it probably would have took me a couple of days, but I think it took me about 5 in the end, because I was picking it up, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down. I said in my last video that I wasn't sure about linen, and I think I am a fan of 32 count linen. Really, really like this material, and I love how it's finished as well. And my mum very kindly overlocked the ends for me. I didn't do a very good job of putting it in the middle though, did I? But that doesn't matter. Yeah, so that is that one. Where is my fully finished object? I'll just go and grab it. Okay, so for those of you who are here from the beginning, you will know that I did a cross-stitching piece for my friend who was moving house. And I finished it a while ago, but unfortunately we just haven't been able to get together due to lockdown and restrictions and everything. But I'm hoping that this weekend I will be able to drop her a gift off. So I thought I would share it with you before it goes to its new home. Now, I was really unsure whether to frame it or to put it in a coaster. And for ages I thought, let's put it in a coaster, because I think more because I knew that was the easiest option and I knew that I would be able to do that. Then I framed my dad's piece, which I created the design for, and it went really, really well. And so I thought, why don't you try it, and you'll be able to cut it right down to a coaster if it messes up. And so in the end, I decided to frame it. And so many of you gave me so many suggestions on this, whether to frame it, or there was just so many comments on what I could do. But in the end, I decided to, that glare is not good, is it? I decided to, there you go. I decided to frame it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Originally, when I had this frame, I just wasn't really sure whether it just looked too white, but I actually really, really like it. It was a really quick stitch to do, and I can't remember all the details about it now. I'll try and link my video that has all the details in if anyone's interested. It was from one of the magazines. So I just changed the ribbon to my own colours and the label, but the key is in the colourful colours, and it's on 18 count. Yeah. So this is going to be going to her this weekend, hopefully. I'm hoping to be able to just drop it off, and then she'll be able to have it in her new house, because I feel like it's been in this house way too long now. So I'm really hoping she likes it. She doesn't know anything about it. Haven't told her that I've got this for her. It would have been nice to have got it to her earlier, but it is what it is. As long as she gets it eventually, that's the main thing. And oh yeah, and here in the label is the day that she moved in. Or she got the key, actually. She got the key. So yeah. It was really easy to frame it as well. I just did the tape-in method. So I just got some acid-free tape, and I just managed to get it in the middle or close to the middle, and then I just taped it all down at the back. And then the back just looks like that. So yeah, really happy with how this one turned out. It was nice to make something special for her, so hopefully she likes it. Okay, so I think that is all of the finishes. I think just need to get this board because I'm going to need it. Okay, so moving on to WIPs. What should we start with? Let's start with Winter Snowfall. Winter Snowfall by Sharon Christine Designs. This one is being done on 28 count casual, and I bought it from Hobbycraft. I think it's Swigart, and this one is on a frame, so I've just loosened it in the hope you can see most of it. No, okay, let's roll her up. There we go. So here it is. This is Winter Snowfall, and I am doing the red version. So on the front of the pattern, I will put it up here, it's a teal colour. However, you can get it in all different colours. There's different versions that you can buy, and I've seen so many different versions of this with grey background with white and pink. This kind of colour with white and black, that's beautiful. So many people are doing it with different types of colours, and I think everyone's just doing it to whatever fits their house, which I think is amazing. It's very versatile, the pattern, so you can just make it into whatever you want. I decided to go with this colour because this fits with my Christmas decor. And it is also in Pattern Keeper, which is the first time I have used Pattern Keeper before. And I do actually have my Kindle here, so I'm just going to see how far I am into this project. Now, one thing I would say about Pattern Keeper, which I never knew I would even want in my life, was to know how many stitches I've done. I just didn't realise that was even a thing that I would love. So I remember over the Christmas period, I'd be like, Brett, guess how many stitches I've done? I've done like 300. Oh, yeah. I just love knowing how many stitches I have done. So I am 17% of the way. I've done 3,229 stitches, and I have 18,654 stitches to go. And I think it is 208 by 245 stitches wide. I can't get this piece at the back, come on. So I had in my mind that I wanted to get to this little guy down here, and this is going to be a reindeer. So I've just worked down here, and I'm just going to get rid of this. Oh, that's better, isn't it? So I started at the top here, and then I've moved my way down, and I just wanted to get to this guy, and then I kind of just stopped working on it. Think I got to just before New Year's Eve, and I decided to stop working on it. So it's a big piece. There's not a lot of room left on the sides, so it will come to here. So it is quite a big project. I think this actually might be my biggest project, but I really, really enjoy it, and I love Pattern Keeper. I can see why everybody loves it. So that is Winter Snowfall, and I don't really know when I'm gonna get this one back out. I think it'll just be whenever I feel like stitching on it. So that is that one. Okay, so the next one, I haven't stitched on this year, but I have stitched on it since I last spoken to you, and that is Luca S, the Swans. And I stitched this over the Christmas period. I just wanted to get a few more stitches in her. And this one is on 16 count Ada. I'm not sure what the colour is. It's Swigot Ada, and it's being done on anchor threads. There are 34 colours in this one, which is a lot for the size. But what I love about this is the watercolour feel that it has. So this is where I'm up to. Been parking my threads, so excuse them. So here it is. So here is where the baby is. I will put a picture up of where I was so you can see, and then you can see how much more I have done. So this is the little chick here, and there's the little wing, and there's the beak, and then the mum will come up this way. I love this one. I love the colours. The colours are beautiful, even though there's a lot of them. They are a bit messy, but these are the colours. So I've got this one. Lots of purples and blues and pinks. This one. And this one. I've never worked with a set like this before, and I actually quite like it. It does get a bit messy, but you don't get all the string hanging down below and getting tied up like you do on other projects. These are actually the wrong way around, but yeah, so here she is. And I'm hoping to get the little duckling done soon, really. I think that would be a big progress to get to finish at least one of them. But yeah, that's that one. Haven't worked on that this year. My attention has been elsewhere on other things, which happens to us all. All the new starts start calling our names. Okay, so let's move on to Victoria Charm. Had so many of you comment on Victoria Charm saying how you loved it, and quite a few of you are also stitching Victoria Charm. Make sure to reach me over on Instagram if you are, or even in the comments on here on YouTube. Make sure to reach out to me and let me know how you're getting on, whether you're enjoying it, how far you've got. I haven't got too far with it, but Mary Ashcraft definitely enabled me when I watched one of her videos when she said that she was going to do a new start, new year, and I knew nothing about it, and I feel like I was the only one who knew nothing about new year, new start. And so I decided to work on Victoria Charm, and I was desperate to start on this before New Year. So instead, I just got myself really organised with it. I've never been so organised with a project than this project, and it's definitely paid off. So before I show you, I'll show you the bag. So this is one of the, let me take it out actually. Okay, so here is the bag that it's in. And again, this has been made by my amazing mum. I will insert a picture of what it used to look like, or one similar to this. So she basically upcycled a bag and made it into this beautiful project bag. And it's beautiful. I love the pink. It's big. It fits everything in. This project is on one of my wooden frames, so I needed a nice big bag, and there's lots of pink elements into the project as well, so I really like this bag. So thank you, Mum. So I haven't even shown you what the pattern is, so I'm going to do that now. So it is the Victoria Charm Dimensions Kit on 18 count, and it's 8 inches by 17 inches, and it's mainly full coverage except for this bit at the top. So it's on dark navy and it's 18 count, which is a challenge. But thankfully, my dad bought me a white daylight lamp, which is amazing. It has done wonders. I would definitely not be able to stitch on this without it. So that is what it's going to look like. Now, I spoke about the threads in my last video, and I did decide to go ahead and arrange them all. I think I did this on New Year's Eve, was it? Or maybe the day before, and I decided to floss them. So here are all the colours. There's quite a lot of colours. So yeah, here are all the colours. So I just decided just to put them all in floss bags. And I didn't write on the floss bags in the end because I thought, well, once this project is finished, I'll want to use the floss bags again. But there's some beautiful colours, and yeah, I actually really enjoyed getting these all sorted. I just sat at my little desk and I just arranged them all, and I cut the little colours, the little like colour numbers, the little charts, and just stuck them inside, and it works really well. Really enjoying them. And so here it is. Let me get the board behind it so you can see. Oh, there goes my hair. So here we are. So I did 2 days on this, and this was my New Year, New Start, and I love it. It is challenging. There are half stitches, so these are all half stitches here. There are combined threads, so the green and black. I don't know whether you can see that very well. There is 2 strands, 4 strands, 1 strand. Yeah, there's lots of combined colours. There's a few combined colours in here. Some of them are full within there, some of them are half. It is keeping me on my toes, definitely, but I love it. Someone did ask about parking threads. I think I posted over on my Instagram and asked me about parking threads. I probably will do a video at some point, but there are so many videos out there explaining park threads. Teresa Little Stitcher, she did a whole series on cross stitching for beginners, and park threads is in there, so I definitely recommend going to check her channel out. I am stitching this one 10 by 10. Don't normally stitch 10 by 10. I tend to confetti stitch really, but I'm being really disciplined with this one, and I'm so glad I am because I think I'd get lost. But yeah, I'm loving it. I need to pick this one back up. My little new starts have caught my attention. To be honest, I just needed something quite light-hearted and quite light. Not light-hearted, that doesn't make sense, but quite light. With doing the Winter Snowfall and this one, I just wanted something quite small, but I'm definitely going to pick it up soon. And then this is my little needle minder that my husband bought me for Christmas from Lakeside Needlecrafts. Okay, that is that one. Okay, so moving on to the next WIP I worked on. So I'd worked on Victoria Charm, I'd worked on Winter Snowfall, and after 2 days of working on Victoria Charm, I just needed something really easy to stitch on. I'd done a lot of combining of colours, half stitches, 1 thread, 2 threads, 4 threads. that I just needed a day of just easy. And the only easy one that I had in my stash at the time was Hello Pumpkin by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And so I got her back out, and here it is. So I'll put up a previous version of where I was. I didn't do too much, I only spent a little bit of time on one day. I think it was the 3rd of January. And so I finished this little leaf off here, and then I just added this here, and then this is the start of the pumpkin. I'll put a picture up of exactly what it's going to look like because I don't have it to hand. It did come as a PDF. And yeah, so this is on 28 count even weave. It's the first time I've ever worked on even weave, and I really, really like even weave. I don't think I've bought anything other than even weave and linen since. And I don't think I'll work on Ada unless it's in a kit. I don't think I would choose to do Ada unless it really was called for. Just because I really like the look of even weave and linen. So yeah, I didn't spend too long on this, but I just needed block colours, and I just wanted little quick finishes, which I do think you get with the little motifs. And I also would like to get a lot more of this finished before Hello Petal and Hello Sunshine come out, because I would like to have this ready for autumn. So the more I do now, the more chance of it being done for autumn. So that was my other little whip. Like I said, I probably spent an hour on it, something like that. It wasn't too long. Then I spent time on my lovely home, which I then finished. So then I moved on to a new start, and that is let's take it out. That is the Country Cottage Needleworks January sampler of the month, and it's January. Not sure whether I'm going to do this in the series. There is a series, so there's going to be one coming out every month. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that. I just fell in love with the January sampler and just wanted to stitch it. Again, this is with Classic Colourworks. However, I didn't get all of the Classic Colourworks because they didn't have them all. I'll show you where I'm up to now, and then I'll show you the colours. So this is where I'm at. Again, this is on the same material, and there's a bit of thread. Thank you. This is on the same material as the lovely home. So it's on a 32 count Belfast Platinum. Gorgeous colour. Really, really love the colour. And I bought this again from Lakeside Needlecraft. I think I got a big piece, and then I've cut them down, and my mum kindly edged the sides. Now I know I do have a sewing machine. You're probably thinking, you have a sewing machine, but I'm very, very new to the sewing machine, and I need to buy some material to practice with it. So instead of ruining my lovely Belfast linen, I decided to just ask my mum to do it, and she just whizzed it and it was done. So yeah, so here is where I am. Now I did have to frog the top and restart it again because I miscalculated. So I would have been a bit further than where I am, but never mind, it's one of them. So the colours I am working with on this one is Hickory Sticks, which is a lovely brown colour. And then we've got Wagon Wheel. Just take them off. Wagon Wheel, which is like a lighter brown. Then we have Really Tealy, which is lovely. And then we have Pumpkin Harvest, which I actually don't know where that goes. Is that the... Ah, yeah, so that is the little snowman's little nose. You can really see the different colours in this one. I don't know whether you can see that on camera, but you can see the different fades in the colours, which is beautiful. I think that's a perfect name for it. So then it called for Little Sprout, but they didn't have that on Lakeside Needlecrafts. So I bought 3363, which was the DMC colour conversion. And I was really unsure whether to buy Snowball, I think that's what it's called. Let me just have a look. The fabric I'm using as well is not the called for fabric. Snowball, yes. So the called for fabric is WIPSs 32 count beautiful beige linen. But going back to the Snowball, I would be really, really intrigued if anybody can kind of advise me on whether there is a difference between the DMC B5200 and the Snowball. When I was looking at it, I thought, well, surely white is just white. But I would be really interested if anyone can tell me what their experiences are with Snowball. Because I did just go for the white, but then I thought, I wonder what the Snowball is actually like. So I just went with the white. But I absolutely love the Classic Colourworks. If you haven't used Classic Colourworks and you don't really know anything about them, I would definitely give them a go. They are a lot more expensive. When I saw them, I thought, oh, they are much more expensive than DMC. But then when they arrived and I started working with them, I completely got it. I entered the world of Classic Colourworks and yeah, absolutely love them. I love the effect they have. I find they're really enjoyable to stitch with. I feel like they make you want to stitch more because you want to see how the colour in the thread changes on your pattern. I just think they are, yeah, I love them, absolutely love them. And I remember when they first arrived and I started stitching with them, and I said to Brett is my husband, I said, got some threads today. I was like, they've got their own names. Going up in the world because I've got threads with names. But I absolutely love the names that they have on them. I would just love to have that job of naming the threads, like really tealy and pumpkin harvest. Yeah, Little Sprout, love them. Anyway, that is all of my WIPs that I worked on. So the only other thing to show you is my little haul. So I've only got one thing because everything else I've started. And that is this little guy. So Silver Creek Samplers, and it's called Through the Storm. And I was enabled by, I can't remember her channel name. I'll put it down below. I'm fairly new to her Flosstube, and she had this in one of her WIP parades and I just fell in love with it. So it says, no relationship is all sunshine, but two people can share one umbrella and walk through the storms. And I just loved that. And it actually just reminded me of me and Brett as we really enjoy going for walks in the rain under an umbrella. And so it really called for me. And so originally when I saw this, it was not in stock with Patchwork Rabbit. So I put my little notification bell on for it to come into stock, and I got the email, which I'm sure we all love to see when we see a pattern that we really want to buy. And yeah, so I got the email from Patchwork Rabbit. It came really quickly, and I can't wait to start it. The colours call for Gentleworks and Weeks Dye Works. Gentle Arts, I think it is actually. And I couldn't see all of them in stock, so I think I may just wait for this one and do a bit more work on my other projects, or I may just do my own conversion. Gentle Art and Weeks Dye Works, yeah, which I've not used either of them before, so that is my little haul. And just quickly, I just want to mention my planner. I mentioned over on my Instagram that I'd bought a planner, and I bought the Teresa Little Stitcher planner, and it's amazing. Absolutely love it. I bought the Flosstube version, and you just, a note if anyone is interested in buying her planner, you do also have to have a PDF writer app, which I think I used GoodNotes, which was £8, £7.99, something like that. And I think I paid £25 for the electronic planner, which I think is quite a good price because it's a planner that I'm going to be able to use every year. I'm never going to have to change it, and it's electronic. I'm going to have it for however long I want to use it. So I think it's actually a really good price for a planner. Planners are so expensive these days. So I just thought I'd just do a little overview. But if anybody actually wants me to talk through my planner, then just let me know in the comment section. But one tab that I wanted to show you was the project tab. So here is the style tracker, which I don't have anything on. But here is my WIP list. So this is my current WIP list. And one thing that really sold the project to me was, so here's a fabric at a glance, was this. So these are my projects, and I've got a little photo in of what they look like. So these are my 2021 projects that I've started. So we've got Victoria Charm, Lovely Home, and the January sampler. And then on the next page, we have my 2020 projects, when I started them, what they look like. And yeah, so it just goes into more detail of what it looks like. So that is another thing that I bought since I last spoke to you, and I love it. There is the Flosstube tab, there's planning, stash, goals, finance, stickers, and then there's January all down here. So I'll just click on the January, and this is my little tracker of when I work on a project, when I don't work on a project, and there's just so much to this planner, and I love it. I'm using my husband's iPad. I've got a really old iPad, and the GoodNotes app just didn't work on there. It's that old that the apps on the App Store are just not working on it. So I don't have a stylus. It would probably be better to have a stylus, but it works really, really well without the stylus. I just use my finger, and it's just really, really simple. As you can see, it moves really well. The little ticks, you just do little ticks with your finger. It's really, really simple, and there's just a little rubber that you can rub out, so you don't have to use a stylus, but I think it would be easier or better if you had a stylus. You could probably be a bit neater. My little ticks aren't that neat, as you can see. But yeah, I love it. If anybody wants me to go into detail about it, then let me know. But yeah, I bought the Teresa Little Stitcher planner, and I just think it is amazing. I remember when I first saw it, I was really wowed by it. It was exactly what I wanted, but at the time I had just started my little paper planner, and I wasn't sure exactly what I needed from a planner at the time. I absolutely love Teresa Little Stitchers, but I just didn't know whether it was what I needed for my cross stitching, and it definitely is. So when we moved into January, I knew that I wanted to buy the planner, but I wanted to buy the planner at the beginning of the year. So I just carried on with my little notes, and then I decided to buy the planner. But yeah, there's so much to this planner. I've not even filled it all out yet. I've not even put the stickers in yet, so the stickers just get imported into it. But yeah, absolutely love this planner. And so that's it really. Gosh, this video is going to be a bit of a long one. But yeah, I've been quite busy with my cross stitching. I've not spoken to you since 2020, so that's probably why. What am I going to be doing over the next couple of weeks? I am going to finish my January sampler. I really want to get that finished in January. I'd hate to be in February working on the January sampler, so that is my focus at the moment. Then I'm going to move back to Victoria charm and the swans. I'd really like to get the swans at a really good progress before I next speak to you. It's probably one of my oldest projects now, so I really want to get that one finished soon. And yeah, I think I'm just going to carry on with my 2020 WIPs that I've got and try not to start anything new. Try not to be enabled by Flosstube and just carry on stitching. I hope everybody is doing okay. I'm sending a big virtual hug to everybody. There's so much going on in the world right now, and the world is a tough place to be. So I am sending you lots of love and support and virtual hugs, and I really hope that cross stitching is providing you with an escape from reality and an escape from the world. I always count myself lucky that I've got cross stitching, because we've been through some tough times recently, and you know, with lockdown and everything, and I don't really know what I would do without my cross stitching, because it really is my downtime, and just allows you to switch off from the world, from work, from any of the stresses going on in your life. So yeah, I hope you're all doing okay, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.